I just got back from a 2-week vacation myself, going home to the
Thank you.
Seattle area. The Dragon Boat Festival numbers look so good. What does it mean for Trip.com? What kind of numbers did you see in bookings, and what does it mean for your company?
Yes, thanks for having me. Because our government has done an excellent job controlling the virus. Overall, the country has demonstrated its ability to rebound very strongly. So starting from Q2, May 1st, Labor Day holiday, and also going on, all the business have been booming. And for travel, the domestic travel has recovered very well. People start to travel, and particularly during the long weekend, people tend to travel further away from the coastal area. If you look at the Labor Day weekend number, the hotel on the highest day have demonstrated 70% year-over-year growth compared to 2019 pre-COVID. And for air ticket, the highest day was 30% year-over-year growth.
Very impressive.
And rental car 300%. So
Okay.
it's very promising.
Sure, but Daiwa Capital recently said they're concerned about your earnings because of the slow recovery in international travel, and that leads us to the question of China opening its borders, which it doesn't seem to have any plans to do. What does that mean for Trip.com?
Yes, so our business have three prongs. The first one is domestic travel, which we expect to recover very strongly due to the effective control in the country. The second one will be outbound travel. I think the pent-up demand is very strong, and with the rate of the vaccination, hopefully we'll be able to also have more people be able to travel abroad. The third one is to welcome people around the world to come and visit China. That is also have lots of pent-up demand. So again, I think we need to look at the vaccination rate from all over the world, and to make sure when people start to travel, it doesn't cause any issues in terms of the control of the virus.
Jane, are you privy to conversations about when the reopening in either direction could happen and what the conditions could be? Are there any talks about a potential travel bubble?
Yes, certain countries have already opened up the green lane for Chinese tourists. For example, if Chinese tourists are going to Singapore, these people do not need to be quarantined. So it's still under the test stage with the rate of the vaccination being increased very significantly every week. We are hopeful that different governments will be very wise and prudent in terms of opening up certain area for test the green lane.
How much has the lack of outbound travel hurt your business?
We have about 30 to 40% of our business are associated with international travel. So that piece still needs to take a lot of efforts to recover. But what we feel is that during this stage, it's the best time for us to really get prepared, because from our search results, the pent-up demand is already very strong. So once the vaccination is in place, once the border opens, I think we'll have a huge surge for the demand, and we just need to be very well prepared for it.
Well, it's certainly true that a lot of parts of the world, take Thailand, depend heavily on Chinese tourists. So it's not just what it means for China, it's what it means for the rest of Asia and a lot of Europe, US.
Yes. Yes, we have talked to many travel bureaus in different countries. Almost all the travel bureaus are waiting and very eager to host tourists to come into their country. And we want to be also make sure that the local transportations, hotels, airlines are ready for it. From our result on the data search, the customers are very eager to travel. I think we just need to wait for the right moment to make sure our customers' demand are very well fulfilled.
Jane, what do you think international travel will look like in 2 or 3 years' time, given that there are these expectations that COVID will stay around much like a seasonal flu rather than something that can be eradicated?
I'm very positive in the long term because from the data we have seen in China, China was the first country which got affected by the coronavirus, but it's also the first country coming out. And once the government has demonstrated its ability to control the virus, people are very enthusiastic to go back on the road to travel. So I think in 2 years, 1 year to 2 years time, tourism will booming. We are very excited for the future growth in this field. And I think the trend we have observed are three items. The first one is that people are paying lots of attention to safety measures. So we encourage our partners, such as hotels, airlines, local tour operators, to really join us for the safety network by providing hand sanitizers, masks, etc., to make sure our consumers are very well protected during their trip. The second one is people prefer to travel within much smaller groups. Normally, what we have seen is that they will hire a driver, a tour guide, and travel with their close families and close friends rather than big bus. The third one is that the suppliers which offer flexibility in this kind of environment also are very welcomed by consumers. For example, if you have cancelable, free cancellation, free changeable itinerary, these suppliers normally get a lot of volumes.